Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila coming to you real quick. I just wanted to chit chat with y'all a little bit about Sistas, right? Sistas is our Wednesday night go-to. Either you love to watch Sistas or you hate to love to watch Sistas. However it is, we're all invested in this show. You know, and I hear it all the time. I'm not watching Sistas no more because the writing is sloppy. Oh, I'm not watching Sistas no more because the way they doing Zach or the way they doing Karen or the way they do, you know, whatever it is. Either we gonna watch Sistas or we not gonna watch Sistas, or you know what, y'all can just come and listen to my review and I'll just let y'all know what's going on with Sistas. And shoot, I may even mess that up for you. But anyway, we're here. And I remember I posted my last review. I think it was the trailer or something like that, or the last episode. And I was just talking about sisters and I had brought up Karen. And I was just saying I wanted to give Karen the benefit of the doubt because I didn't understand why everybody hated Karen so much, right? So I love Karen. I have no issue with Karen, and I love Fatima. I have no issue with Fatima because when I think about this show, there has to be an antagonist, there has to be a hero, there has to be a crazy person, a delusional person, there has to be someone that we really, really love and someone we really, really hate. So that makes a show, that makes the circle complete. When you have all these different characters that will bring something to a scene that makes it pop. So I know we can't like everybody and I know we can't hate anybody, but for some reason it's like, we hate Karen. I don't hate her, but a lot of people do. And I'm just like, when is it that we started hating Karen? And I do understand a lot. I do get it, but at the same time, I don't get it because I watched this show, right? And I watched this show. It's Love and Marriage Huntsville. And on Love and Marriage Huntsville, a lot of people hate Martel. And they hate Martel because they love Melody. And there was this situation where Martel always says, oh, well, Melody cheated too. And then we say, well, you cheated first. Melody just got her lick back. So it's okay for us to excuse Melody's actions because of the simple fact we just hate Martel and Martel did whatever he did. But if they were still married and she stepped out on her marriage, then that's still considered cheating. Okay, but we don't care because we don't like Martel, so whatever. In this situation, when I was saying, you know, I give Karen the benefit of the doubt because Zach cheated on Karen in the beginning. And people say, well, Karen cheated on him too. Why is it okay for us not to excuse Karen's actions, but to excuse Melody's actions when they were both in relationships to where the man cheated first? And don't forget, Zach possibly had got a woman pregnant. Remember, he was at the airport and she was saying she was pregnant and all this stuff. Come to find out that it wasn't his baby and all that. She wasn't pregnant or something to that effect. Now, I can't remember and go all the way back, but I remember something like that happening. And I also remember that nobody really liked Zach because they will always say he need to grow up. Zach need to be a man. Zach need to keep a job. Zach need to do this and Zach need to do that. It don't make no sense that he ain't never got no money, but he always going out and he doing whatever. And he can't pay his bills because at one point Karen was paying all the bills. And then because she kicked him out because he wasn't holding his weight and he was cheating on him. That's how he ended up being with Danny. And don't forget, Zach tried to sleep with Danny. We gonna forget about that? Remember, Zach tried to sleep with Danny, Karen's best friend. So we gonna just forget about that, right? But I'm just saying, Zach did all these things to Karen initially in the beginning. But now all of a sudden, we don't like Karen. And let me tell you the reason why we don't like Karen. Well, I mean, like I said, I like Karen. I like Fatima. I like all of the people. But you all say you don't because you say, oh, well, she cheated too. This is what I believe that happened. When Fatima stepped on the scene, Fatima became this hero, right? She was this hero. And She was the person that stepped in. She was the person that stepped in, because remember when Andy had that fight outside in a parking garage and Fatima came in with the hitter, like, woo, 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 like, what you gonna do? We looked at Fatima like, dang, Fatima don't play, like, dang, Fatima like the girl Karate Kid. We was just looking at her like, dang, okay, we like her because she's straight, she tell it like it is, she cute, she da. We was liking it. And then we liked her even more because, mind you, when Zach did started trying to be that guy that Karen wanted him to be, Karen was over it. She was fed up. She didn't want Zach anymore. Because let's not forget, Zach was chasing Karen. When Karen was with Aaron, he busted in the hotel room. Shoot, she couldn't even have a good sex scene right because he busted in. You know what I'm saying? She was like, Zach, I don't want you no more. I'm over you, da. And he was just really like, Karen, because he was trying. But Karen didn't let up. She threw the man granddaddy ashes out. She said that, he was stealing from her and all of this stuff. That's when we really started to be like, dang, Karen don't have to do him like that. Karen ain't got to treat him like that. At least he trying, because we saw Zach trying. Right? And I honestly believe that they would have probably showed more about all the different women, because they talked about it, but they really didn't show it. Like they showed Zach's struggle. They really didn't show Karen's actual real struggle with them. So I'm just like, okay, so we saw Zach walk in. We saw Zach trying to change his life. And then we saw Fatima coming in, trying to manifest all these things into Zach's life, giving him positive affirmations, making him feel like, he can conquer the world. I can rule the world. We saw that. We was like, dang, because if Karen would have did Zach like that, then maybe he wouldn't have, cheated on her. If Karen would have did exact the way Fatima did him. But at the end of the day, how do we know this? Because from my understanding of watching this show, it's like even when Zach did try with Karen, it was like it still wasn't working. It's like it still wasn't working. Whatever he was doing, it wasn't working. Because he still found himself in a crazy place, losing his job, can't pay rent, some woman popping up out the blue. You know what I'm saying? It was just always something. And the writers didn't really help it. But I'm just like, but then the same thing with Fatima. And it's crazy because when Zach and Fatima got together and Zach would start to do that crazy stuff, like he would start to say stupid stuff or act crazy. And then y'all would say, well, Zach need to grow up. Y'all would say that when it came to Zach and Fatima. Zach need to grow up. Fatima need to put Zach in his place. Such like that, right? Y'all didn't like Zach because of the way that he treated Fatima. But then when it was Karen and Zach, y'all didn't like Karen. Y'all didn't like Karen because y'all liked Zach more. But then when it came between Fatima and Zach, y'all didn't like Zach because y'all liked Fatima more, because Fatima came out as the hero. Fatima was the hero. So we're not gonna go against our hero. Like, really. So it's just like now we hate, despite everything that Zach did to Karen in the beginning, we have our reasons why we don't like her. And then y'all say this whole thing is Karen was a bad friend. Karen was a bad friend. She was mean to Danny. And I'm just like, she always belittled Danny. But the thing was, in the synopsis, it says that Karen betrayed, Danny betrayed Karen. I ain't never read no synopsis where they said that Karen betrayed Danny. It said Danny betrayed Karen. So I'm just like, how is it? When did Karen become this bad friend? I'm just trying to figure that out. When did Karen become this bad friend to where that's what she get? That's what she did because she always belittled Danny. I was like, Andy was the one that belittled everybody. Andy was the one that was like, I don't do that. No. I remember nobody liked Andy because they felt like she was doing too much and she was stupid. So I was just trying to figure that out. I was like, dang, Karen a bad friend? And she was the one that'll mainly talk to Danny sometime or whatever. So, and then, yeah, it's like, it's almost like we find reasons to hate the characters on the show when pretty much all the characters have did the same thing to each other. Because there have been times when Danny did talk about Karen behind her back, and there were times when Andy talked about Karen behind her back. I mean, all of them do the same thing to each other, but everything is heightened when you don't like a person because you like another person even more. So I was just trying to figure out, when did the dislike of Karen become so vivid? Because in the beginning of this show, I never heard anybody say anything bad about Karen. They always talked about Zach. And then when Karen did, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, she was acting up. Karen was showing all her draws, splits, holes, everything. She was showing it. And then when Fatima came in, like I said, as the hero, she tried to make it better. What she did, I'm not going to say she elevated Zach, but she put something into Zach that Zach didn't have. You know, but at the same time, Fatima she did used to tell Zach she was going to beat him up all the time. But we look over that. She was like, don't try me, don't play me. She used to do that all the time to Zach. She would treat him like he was a kid. But we look over that. We do. We look over that because we like Fatima. It's almost like Fatima can do no wrong to anybody because we like her so much. They wrote her character to where she's a hero. She knows how to make situations better. Like, she's a fixer. And they wrote her like that. And they wrote Karen to be like this really bad person. And it's almost like we forget everything that happened in the beginning. We look over all of that to get to this point now. And I know, put in the comments. I know y'all team, whatever team y'all are, put in the comments, because I really want to know. I really want to know who is team Karen and who is team Fatima. I really, really want to know. And it's not me pitting nobody against each other. It's just the fact that when I do my reviews, I just see it so much. Karen needs to get off the show. Karen ain't no good. Karen a bad friend. Karen was a bad girlfriend. It's like Karen was just bad from inception, which she really wasn't. And y'all not gonna make me forget everything that Zach put Karen through. And I'm not gonna forget everything that Karen put Zach through. And I'm not gonna forget how Fatima helped, you know what I'm saying, Zach. And I'm not gonna forget how Fatima did belittle Zach too. I'm not gonna forget that either, because she did. She made it seem like he's the only one that had an issue when Fatima had an issue too, because Fatima would get mad at the same thing that Zach would do, and made it seem like what she did wasn't even made it seem as whatever she did wasn't even important. Just like when she got mad over that picture. I'm like, well, you get mad over a picture, but then when Zach had a picture, it wasn't even a problem. Y'all go watch Zatima. It'll come back on. Go watch the show. But I'm just trying to understand, like, when did the hate for Karen become so much hate? Like, y'all hate this girl. Like, y'all really, really do. And it almost make me feel like I want to root for Karen even more, because of the simple fact, like, y'all hate her so much. Because I'm an underdog type of person. Because Zach was the underdog and I rooted for him, and he's elevated a lot. And I know we know, about this whole DNA and all that stuff. And I'm always like, everybody need to get a DNA test. Like, we really do. But so what if Zach is Karen's baby daddy? So what? He slept with her. Y'all would be so mad if Zach was Karen. And I really hope that it's his baby. And I really hope it is, just to make y'all mad. Just so y'all can be mad. I really hope that it's his baby. So y'all can be like, ugh, I hate her even more. I really, really do. I really, really do. I mean, and if it ain't, I really don't care, because I'm still gonna watch the show. If it's Aaron, baby, oh well, come on back, Aaron. We just don't even, Aaron, he just run up behind Karen so much, that really gets on my nerves. But anyway, so I need y'all just to let me know, when did the hate before Karen becomes so strong. And don't be coming at me with, well, she cheated on him too. My rebuttal is, well, who cheated first? My rebuttal is, and don't come at me about, well, she a bad friend. Okay, so my rebuttal will be, who hasn't in that friend group talked about each other? That's all I'm saying. But who hasn't in that friend group talked to someone that really doesn't like a person outside of the friend group? Like the whole thing with the girls going to lunch with Fatima. Karen ain't never went to lunch with somebody that the other girls really didn't like that. Because if Karen was just like, if Andy said, nah, I don't really like them like that. If Andy told Karen that, Karen be like, oh, well, no, I don't, I haven't saw it. I haven't saw Karen talk to anybody outside of that friend group about any of her core group. I haven't seen it. If you seen it, let me know. Put it in the comments. But they have. But y'all are upset. That's what Karen gets. She was a bad friend. Tell me how she was a bad friend. Put in the comments. How was Karen a bad friend? Because if you can say that Karen was a bad friend by whatever remark you're going to say, I bet you whatever you're going to say, I can say, well, she did it too. Yeah, she did it too. And if you come at me, well, we don't, Karen cheated too. I didn't see it on Sistas. I mean, maybe y'all got some clips, but I don't remember a lot I don't remember a lot of the ins and outs on Sistas like that, child. I'm 41 years old. And that's still relatively kind of depending on the person. If you think it's young or old, I really don't remember. I'm not trying to remember back that far or whatever to know what clip it was when she cheated, because I don't remember. Right. So yeah, just let me know. Team Karen, Team Fatima. Put it in the comments because I really, really want to know. I really, really, really want to know. Because I'm Team Fatima and I'm Team Karen. I'm Team both girls because both girls rock. You know what I'm saying? Because I want Fatima to go back to law school and finish what she said she was going to do. When is she going to do that? And I love the fact that Karen, and then y'all talking about Karen don't pay her bills. Karen don't pay. I'm like, yeah, she was irresponsible when it came to her not doing that insurance. That was the stupidest thing. How you going to be a business owner? You ain't got insurance on your place. And then y'all talking about she bad with money. How is she? I'm trying to figure out, when did she become bad with money? Have her lights ever been? Yeah, she probably bad with money because she was the only one in the beginning paying all her bills when she had a grown man laying beside her, ain't helping her with no bills. That's how she bad with money, because she doing everything on her own. But anyway, she's a shop owner. She has to pay employees. She has to pay overhead at the shop and her bills. And she got to pay another dude that's laying with her bills too. Like, yeah. So I don't know. Y'all sit up, and I'm just still trying to figure out, when was she really bad with money, because I don't really remember her license stuff getting cut off. I don't know. Anything that happens, y'all say, well, Karen don't do this, Karen don't do this. When did it happen? I didn't even think this video was gonna be this long, but I just really want to know. Drop in the comments. Yeah, I'm Team Fatima. Drop in the comments. Yeah, I'm Team Karen. And I just really want to have a real discussion on why. And then if you don't like Karen, please tell me why. Please, because I'm so confused. I'm really, really so confused on why. Please tell me why you don't like the girl. Is it because her hair be curly? I don't know, her forehead. Because she always, what? You show? I mean, well, yeah, tell me. I want to know. Anyway, y'all, this is Sheila Bila. This video was entirely too long for what I was just trying to know. It just happened, child. Y'all was in the comments dogging that girl out, and I really, really want to know. This is Sheila Bila. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, please answer my questions. Love y'all. Oh, one more thing. Don't get in my comments cussing. Please don't, because I don't curse. And I would love for y'all to have enough respect for me and my channel that you don't curse. You can abbreviate stuff and all that stuff, but all that cursing and stuff, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm a cool chick. I feel like I'm funny. I'm cute. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to disrespect anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to disrespect me. And I want y'all to respect each other and just be respectful. At the end of the day, we all family. Like, this our little community. We all family. So please respect me and don't get in my comments and start cursing and talking crazy, because that's not what I'm trying to build over here. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.